Okay, so it's Friday morning, April the 6th, I believe. Just thought I would try to answer a couple questions and kind of keep you informed on what's going on with the Beaterzilla. Basically, we're done with our pavement testing uphill, and we decided to finish setting her up for the des. So we got some new 22-inch ambush tires for the front. Pretty gnarly those things are. And some new 20s. Yeah, those tread lugs on those things, on these tires, are just whoa. Those things will rip your face off. Anyways, quick walk around. Put the skid plate back on her. Had to readjust the chain. Yeah, pavement launching's kind of hard on the chain. And changed the rotor out in it. Put a different rotor on it, so I had to swap out the speed sensor and stuff. And a quick pan over here will let you know what's up. Here's the old rotor. Yeah, pretty blue. 100-mile-an-hour stops are kind of tough on her. Wasn't really designed for it, but we did it anyway. And if you look over here real careful, you can see there's an extra hole right here drilled in her. And that's for the speed sensor magnet. Also, some of the other stuff we're going to be testing is a brand new Dr. Q billet steering arms that we're going to be putting on her. Basically, these change the geometry and fix the bump steer completely on the bike. You know, just everything's laying in the back of the truck and she's getting ready to be worked on. And the other thing that's important and what we'll go over today is here's the TrailTech Vapor manual. And if you're going to put one of these on your bike, you know, read the effing manual. It's really important. But let me go over some of the little nuances to how you put it on LT500. So back here we're going to start with the speed sensor. Essentially the way I did it, I figured out a clean way to do it. You see that black cable running in there. Basically it goes into the brake stay mount. And what I did is I drilled and tapped a hole 8x125 to put the magnet in, to put the pickup in there. And we kind of run the cable up the side of the swing arm where the original parking brake mechanism went. Take it up here, run it alongside, back up to where all the other wires tie together into the box. So that's pretty much it. This is the temp sensor, so you can see how I installed it. Everything is pretty much out of the book. One thing that's really important to note: you need to separate the tach and the power wires completely, because on a Vapor, the tach wire can be used for inductive pickup or a straight hookup. And because it's sensitive enough for an inductive pickup, if you run it anywhere near the power wire, what will happen is it will pick up power pulses from your stator, which generates current for your lights, etc., ignition. And that current, those pulses, it'll think is as a tach signal, and it will screw up your tach reading. So that's what was wrong with this bike with the tach in the beginning. So I chose to wire it up for only power when the headlights are in high beams. And that's just my choice. You could wire it straight up to the stator output, and it will charge the Vapor and turn the backlight screen on all the time as soon as the bike works. But other than that, it's pretty much straightforward, you know, according to the book. And this is basically what's up with Beaterzilla. Put a new shock on her in the back. And yeah, here's the nitrous bottle. Oh wait, I lied again. Oh, sorry. Just a regular old uni filter. I took the K&N out, put the uni in it for the last couple runs. And one of the things that's important to note when you calibrate your Vapor, what you need to do is measure the OD on your rear tires and then punch it into the formula that's in the manual. And it's important that you measure the OD at the tire pressure you normally run. And I did that in the beginning, and then what I did is I cross-checked it. I have a Garmin GPS battery power that I essentially put in my pocket and took a hammer run down the street, went 96 miles an hour, and then checked the peak speed on my Vapor to see if it was the same. and it was off just a hair, because you can't, it's still got the 102 mile an hour run in her. You can't really guesstimate tire growth. So I recalibrated. It was only off by mile an hour and a half, fixed it. But one of the things that I didn't do is, after we made the 96 mile an hour runs, I actually raised the tire pressure significantly in all the tires for the speed runs, and you know, it makes the tires bigger. And what I didn't do is recalibrate my vapor. And so essentially those runs that you saw that were 100 mile an hour and 102, yeah, were actually a little bit faster. I measured the OD, and with the two pressures between the old and new, and it was about 1.5% difference. So essentially screwed myself. The 102 mile an hour run was about 103.5, you know, all things being equal. But, you know, who cares? It is what it is. And just one last thing, got the stickers done for the new Q silencers. Yeah, it's a DRX Q squared. That's the new version, and those will be on the new pipes, the stickers. And I'm trying to figure out how to make these spark arrestor silencers for the masses, and that's really what's going on. So there's really nothing else sexy to show you. You know, it's just I know you're looking for nitrous or alcohol or some power booster. I'm telling you, it's not in it. Good old-fashioned tuning. You know, here it is. So the other thing I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to build a skid plate for this thing. I'm going to make it out of ABS so that it holds up and it can handle you know, a smashing and not fatigue and crack like aluminum does. So I will be making these for the 500s, and you'll be able to purchase them along with the new gen of Q pipes. Only a small amount are being made. But anyways, that's the update for today, and you guys all have a good weekend.